Ain't no hashtag one Marcus J. All right, just to bring you up to speed, my sister, we were doing some what the hell. We got a couple out of the way. This next one, I want you in on it first, Toyana, because this one made me kind of say what the hell.
Okay.
And this one I'm getting from USA Today. It is about a Utah woman who admitted to police that she strangled or suffocated at least 6 of her newborns, stuffed their bodies into cardboard boxes, and hid them in a garage at home. Megan Huntsman was 39 years old, arraigned Monday on 6 charges of murder and held on a $6 million bond. When asked by the judge, Stephen Hansen, what she thought of the size of the bail, speaking via closed-circuit TV, she stared blankly and responded, "That's fine." She was arrested Sunday after police discovered the remains of infants at a house in Pleasant Grove, Utah, where she's lived since 2011. They said she told the officers that she had given birth to at least 7 babies at the house and that all but one were born alive. According to the arrest document, Huntsman told officers that she, quote, either strangled or suffocated the babies immediately after they were born. The bodies were discovered by police after Huntsman's estranged husband, Darren West, found the body of one newborn in the garage of the house that he was cleaning out. He first contacted her, then the police. I don't even think I need to read no more of that one. That was disturbing. When I saw that story break, I said, yeah, we need to talk about that. So the essence of why we call this segment, what the hell? And I'm going to throw you right into the fire because the puzzled look you have on your face is the look that I'm hoping that everybody who is listening to us has on their face right now. So jump in them flames, girl. What you got?
Utah. What the hell?
Utah.
Ain't nothing to do. Oh, in Utah,
but kill your babies,
right?
Kill your.
Is this from the same dude? Like, because it sounds like she's got rage, and maybe if she's killing her husband's babies, that's kind of sick. But if it's like 6 different dudes, I mean, does it? What happens?
Your question is a very obviously logical question. The rest of the article states that DNA tests on the remains will be compared to samples taken from Huntsman and West to determine whether they are the parents of the 7 babies.
Now, and the reason why I asked that, because, my criminal justice background, hint, is it's sick.
Yes.
It really is sick. But the only, motive that she could have is knowing that these children could possibly not be her husband's, and she was having an affair or affairs to cover it up. Now, the sick part of it is that doesn't her husband know if she, pregnant or
the baby?
He's
she carried
estranged,
the baby.
yeah.
Full term.
Well, first of all,
full term.
7 babies since 2011.
Yeah. That's when that's not right.
That math don't seem to work right for me. But that's what the article says. She's lived there all that time. That leads me to believe, and again, I bring these stories up not to be crass, but because I do say what the hell, and I don't want to say what the hell by myself. But because that math don't work out, it must mean that she carried. Possibly. That's not where I was going. Maybe she transported those babies in their deceased state from where she used to live. Because it doesn't say they were buried.
Did you smell the baby? They would have said something about the smell.
But we also know that the smell is temporary. The smell, it doesn't last forever. If you can because when we did the story about the woman that was in that house in the garage for 6 years, once you get past the stinky stage,
or get immune to it,
then once you get past that, then it is what it is.
Well, I would say if I had to play, devil's advocate as an attorney to defend this young lady, because as a prosecutor, it's so easy to go guilty. But this is a very insane act, but it's a very passionate and aggressive act, which means that she loves her husband, supposedly, that she's hiding the babies. But, if you have an affair and you're having somebody's babies or whatever, then don't have the affair. But I think she's mentally, if she's done that,
Right.
She has a lot of mental issues,
Yes.
and I hope that she would use that in her defense.
Well, let me
to
add
get
a
help.
wrinkle. Let me add a wrinkle to it. She got 3 daughters who range in age from 13 to 18.
What the hell?
She has 3 daughters that lived in the house with her that range in age from 13 to 18.
So were these infants males?
Good question. It doesn't allude to whether they were or not, but it's a good question. I think that it's not fun and we're having joy here. It's fun, air quotes, to try to speculate on what the hell she was thinking. The unfortunate thing is, we hear these stories about these women. It was a sister a couple of months ago that drove her babies into the freaking ocean.
Yeah.
And then you had Susan Smith who drove her babies into a lake and said the brother did it. And then you had, the crazy lady in Texas who drowned all her babies and her husband stood by her because he knew she was crazy. You don't get to kill your kids and not be crazy. Like you are crazy by definition if you kill your kids. Like for whatever reason. Marvin Gaye's father, he was crazy. He killed his kid. You know what I mean? So you kill your kid, you're a little bit crazy.
So the kids are age and range 13 to 18?
She has 3 daughters, surviving daughters, who live in the house with her. That they said the oldest is somewhere between 18 and 20. They don't know how old she is. But between 13 and 18 is what I went with. 3 daughters.
I just had a horrible thought that I'm wondering how she makes money. And I'm wondering if she is selling herself and her daughters.
That's a good question. Now, we're getting a hit from the first lady of Legacy Internet Radio. Lisa P is listening to her. She just hit me up.
Ow.
Yes, Lisa P of the Green Room version 2.0.
And she was looking all sexy too Saturday.
Yeah, she definitely.
Thank you, Mama, for coming.
She definitely was. She says that this started in 1999 and not 2011, which makes more sense.
Okay.
Because she clearly knows a little bit more about the story than I do as I set it up. That makes more sense.
Yeah, a lot more.
Yeah.
She definitely had the time.
Yeah, man.
Oh, because I was afraid that.
Well, math wise, it doesn't make sense. What is this, 2014? How you have 7 babies in 3 years? That math doesn't work out. So it had to be something else going on, but I just didn't see it in the article. I don't always like to read the whole article. I bet you if I read all of it, listen, I would have seen it there, but I ain't feel like reading all of it. And thank you for holding us down as you always do.
But I think, if anything, you strangle an infant. You don't suffocate it. You don't hold it down in water.
Say either or.
You're just strangling something that is just very new to life. And I think the challenging part of it is I would like to know, they gave her $6 million. Now, does Utah, and I have to go back and find out, but does Utah have the death penalty?
That's not something that's difficult to check. Let me look into it. What do you think, S.Y.? Do you think this is a death penalty case?
I mean, it seems like she thought she could get it away.
7 kids? Absolutely. They need to go ahead. I assume they took the kids out of the house already, the ones that were minors anyway. So I'm assuming they took the kids out the house. Somebody else has to be watching the kids. The husband, I think he said it is estranged. So,
right.
I'm thinking she's selling herself. She's having these kids, and she's getting rid of them. But it just doesn't make sense to carry a child full term and then kill the child.
Capital punishment is legal in the United States state of Utah since 1850. A total of 50 individuals have been executed in Utah. 50 since 1850 is a long.
I'm so glad
it's not
we
a lot.
had this time together.
Now, you worry about $6 million.
And since we have a little bit, since you brought it up, Tayana, since you brought it up, let's have a little fun with it because they had a moratorium on it for a very long time. They reinstituted it in 1976, and there have only been 7 executions since 1976. The first being in 1977, and the last being in 2010. Wow. 7. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. 4 of that 7 was due to lethal injection. 3 of them was by firing squad.
Wow.
Yo.
I'm thinking we should bring back stoning.
Now you also know.
Wow.
Well, you
Let
also
her,
know
let her
that
feel what she did.
I don't know that every state does this, but I know Virginia gives you a choice.
A choice, yeah.
So I'm guessing like this dude was like, "Word, shoot me up." Like, really? I hope you got a marksman that gives me one right between the eyes.
Wow.
Like, imagine taking
Shoot me or a lethal injection.
Nah, I think I take the chair. I have a little fun.
Because the injection
I
after a
won't
while
take
it numbs
any of
you,
it.
right?
I mean, just
Assuming
give
that
me
you
life
acting
and
crazy. Nah, man, you don't get that choice.
The injection
kill- you
paralyzes
kill
you.
it.
It doesn't numb you, right?
They say that
No, I
it,
heard that's
well, because they changing it, right? They had 3 different cocktails that they
Correct.
give you. The first one paralyzes you,
Okay.
and then the second one relaxes you,
and
and then the last one, stops your heart.
stops you.
But
yeah.
but there's one of those 3 they say that's like it literally
It
shoots
burns.
fire
Right.
through your
Right.
body, and even because the first one paralyzes you, they can't express
So it's
that
probably
they're
the
kind of
infected.
like how
one.
you euthanize.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
want to
probably the
cry about it,
second
but
one.
it's kind of like when you euthanize an animal.
There's got to be with science, and I don't want to go too far
I think
off
Utah
course,
should
but
bring back stoning, and they should videotape
Well,
it.
okay, so
and she don't get no
in
funeral
Utah,
either.
you said when was the last death penalty? When was
2010 was the last time that someone was executed. That was by firing
that was
squad,
by-
and the last time before that was in 1999. So they don't do it very often.
Wow.
Yeah,
I don't like the
Wow.
firing squad one.
firing squad be cool.
No, because
So
what
you
if they
think
on
she-
purpose shoot you in the knees and the legs?
Oops, my bad. Well, from my understanding, the way they do firing squad is that there are several people, most of which have blanks, but there's one person, and they don't,
You don't
know,
know.
who has
Oh,
it.
who did
Even
it.
the shooters don't know who had the fatal shot. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do I get a cigarette in the last meal?
You probably do.
Can I turn to the side and say, "Can you get that?"
So and she's a female now. Now she's a female. She murdered her
Children. Yes.
I would follow that because it would be interesting if I'm not gonna say get away with murder, but if they don't give her the death penalty or try to impose that, and you know what they're gonna try to do,
Some sort of insanity.
they're gonna say insanity, but then what they're also gonna do is they were infants, they were like babies.
No,
It
she's
wasn't
out like a
But
light.
you also
Life
have
is over.
some states that try to say that, some of those far right, they try to say the same thing with abortions.
That's what I'm saying. Like the abortion, I think
Yeah.
that they would try to use that. If her attorney is devious and crooked, he could use that.
Now we're getting more from Lissa P right now. She said between 1996 and 2006, she gave birth to at least 7 babies at the Pleasant Grove residence, and that all of the babies but one were born alive, and that she either strangled or suffocated the babies immediately after they were born. And she's getting read a probable cause statement. So there it is. There it is right there.
Well,
Joy.
take the baby to
That's
the
a what
fire
the hell
station.
moment.
Or to the police station.
Joy
or
is
to the
saying, what the
hospital.
hell? Yeah. Michelle K is saying that woman needs help, poor babies. I agree with those sisters.
I think
definitely.
she should be somebody's babysitter.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, hell.
Maybe if we can get. How about we put George
infants.
Zimmerman in a damn time machine and she can be his babysitter?
Yeah, that's a good one.
There's a bunch.
She's going to be mommy.
Yeah, and I said Marcus J. Thank you very much, Lissa P, for listening, and thank you for hitting us out with that. That's the first lady of Legacy and that radio right
It's
there.
a new
We
Lifetime
appreciate it.
movie.
Yeah, of course it's going to be. All right, let's move on. I got a couple more before we get out of here, and we get our sister SY. Toyana SY has got a very controversial and
I'm glad
powerful
you're here.
healthy segment.
'Cause you missed the first one.
And she does a healthy segment, not every week, but every couple of weeks, and she's been doing mostly healthy lately.
Yeah.
And this one that she's going to do tonight, I normally don't know. Normally she springs them on me and I get the shock that everybody else gets, but she
Y'all
told
setting
me.
it up. Did y'all like Tiana's coming?
No. It lined
fair.
up. Those lines, it lined up that way. And just to kind of
Okay.
give you, I don't normally tease them, but I'll tease this time. It's everybody is fair game for everybody.
It's fair this time.
We dealt with some people before. We're gonna deal with the rest of the people tonight. Is
Yep.
that a fair setup?
That is fair.
And I need you to set it up even more because we're gonna go into that after this segment. 2 more real quick. This one, actually, Toyana, this one is funny. I'm gonna pick on you because you the guest tonight, so I always pick on the guest. This one I actually think is pretty damn fun.
Uh-oh.
This one I'm getting from Cleveland.com. It's about a man accused of bullying his neighbor for the past 15 years, standing now at an intersection with a sign that says he bullied disabled children. He's doing that because of a judge's court order. Edmund Aviv started serving part of his court sentence at 9 a.m. on Sunday. He pleaded no contest to fourth-degree misdemeanor charge of disorderly conduct and is ordered to stand at the intersection until 2 p.m. with a sign that says, quote, I am a bully. I pick on children that are disabled, and I am intolerant of those that are different from myself. My actions do not reflect an appreciation for the diverse South Euclid community that I live in. End quote. He walked up to the intersection at 8:57 on Sunday with his sign written in black marker on the side of a cardboard box. The first horn honking from a driver came at about 9:02. So he's there for about 5 minutes before people are acknowledging. It's an unusual sentence handed down by the South Euclid Municipal Court Judge Gail Williams Byers, obviously garnering national attention. He also served 15 days in jail, 7 months probation, 100 hours of community service, anger management classes, and personal counseling at the Diversity Center of Cleveland. Toyana, the dude has been sentenced to hold a sign. What's your thoughts?
All he was missing was giving blood. All of that.
He did a lot.
Okay, so he bullies his neighbor who has a disability.
Children.
Why are you picking on the mid-states? We're in Cleveland, Ohio now.
We started in Utah.
I know.
Now we're in Cleveland.
We're in Cleveland. Okay.
We're making our way back east.
I know not to. As long as you don't pick on the Carolinas, I'm good.
I'm going to hit you in Charlotte next. How about that?
Yeah, you better not.
Are you actually from the city that you say you're from?
Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yeah. Don't answer that.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I just want to know. Because some people say that they're from someplace, but then they're not from there. You find out later on.
I am from Charlotte.
You are from Charlotte?
Carolina.
I'm from Jersey City, New Jersey.
I lived
I wish I had a boomerang. I'd give it to you to swing it that way.
That's why.
And then make you stand up for it to come back.
Where are you from? I mean, because you've told me that you were from.
I'm from Norristown, Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay. I mean, I found that out after you told me you were from somewhere else. I was
That's
just
because you have selective hearing.
Well, yeah, I do, of course.
I'm a grown man holding a sign.
62-year-old grown man.
62. Old man.
Grandpa.
But what I want to get at is he did not community service. He did anger management, right? Yes. He did his sign. He 15 days in jail.
Yes.
Okay.
15 days in jail, 7 months probation, 100 hours community service, anger management classes, and personal counseling.
Okay, but what the hell? What did he do? Did he just taunt this person every day? I think that is extreme. It could be funny.
Court record says that he made a device that linked kerosene in a fan to his garage. The fan blew the smell onto the neighbor's property. He's got issues of taunting. He's got a lot of stuff. He called the neighbor Monkey Mama. Let me see. He regularly threw dog feces on the people's car. Smeared feces on a new wheelchair ramp the family built for their disabled children. This dude was wilding, yo.
In that case, he needs to do some more. So you didn't go into all that.
No, because I always like to hold a little back.
They need to double.
I'm going to ask too before I just kind of jump in because you setting me up on that one.
I always like to hold a little back.
Absolutely. He needs to. In fact, he don't need to stand on the corner for one day. He needs to stand on that corner. He got away with it for 15 months.
He got away with it. They need to triple his sentence, make him stand out there every freaking day for about 5 years. Give him some more time in jail. Teach him a lesson.
No, he needs a death penalty.
Monkey Mama. Really? Monkey Mama?
He needs a firing squad.
He won't be bullying nobody again.
He wrote in a statement, I want to express my sincere apology for acting irrationally towards your house and the safety of your children. I understand my actions could have caused harm, but at the time, I was not really thinking about it. This is what he said in a statement after he had been...
Did he write, "Dear Monkey Mama"?
I don't know, but I'm showing the ladies right now a picture of him sitting there with his sign that he had been forced to sit there.
Yeah,
that's
and
wrong.
Sitting.
That's
he
wrong.
Needs to be standing.
Absolutely, he needs to be standing, holding
and he
the sign.
got on shades to cover up his face.
Now, what about? Now we've seen these stories where these dads or moms, these parents have made their children stand on corners with embarrassing signs because they may be acted up or whatever. We've seen those stories, which is the first thing that I thought about when I heard about this story. And I immediately had no issue with this dude having to do this. While I agree with y'all that he should not be out there comfortable, I'm not tripping off the chair. I don't think he should have one, but it's not going to affect me. I have absolutely.
How comfortable you think he is right now?
Well, the fact that he's out there having to do that tells me that he ain't comfortable.
But he's not even holding the sign.
With his head
he's
down.
a good arm length away, so you don't really know if the sign is his or not.
Yeah, I see y'all's point.
No chair. It's not punishment if he gets to sit down.
Yeah, I think we'll agree. We'll disagree on that one. I think the fact that he has been forced to be out there. Hey, first of all, I agree with you. I fundamentally agree that it should not be physically comfortable. He should be out there standing up, and he should be holding the sign. However, it's not so egregious to me that I'm tripping off of it. I'm not going to be the guy that's like, all right, that's not good enough. I'm not going to be that guy simply because he didn't have to do it. The judge made him do it. That's not something that's a standard type of punishment for this crime. It's a personalized punishment for this crime for this dude to get an idea of the kind of hurt that he created. I think the fact that he's been forced to sit out there from 9 to 2 on a Sunday, probably in a high traffic area, he's getting the point.
I don't know. And the shades too. The shades, the hat.
It's sunglasses.
He almost looks incognito.
It's sunglasses. I ain't tripping on no sunglasses. You see me in dark glasses all the time. What's the deal?
But what did this family really do to this grumpy old man? That's what
they had, the disturbing practice of producing handicapped children. That's what they did, and that's absolutely satire and me just kind of being cynical when I say that.
Absolutely.
but that is what they did, which is the fact that this dude had been torturing these people. I mean, you spread feces on a freaking wheelchair ramp.
Creative.
That's hardcore, y'all.
That's some thoughts.
Yeah.
I don't like that man.
And how Steppin Marcus J. Last one I want to get to, SY, is I'm also getting this one from
The Huffington Post.
This is about a pastor who is banned from feeding the homeless because he ain't got a food truck permit. Every Sunday, Rick Wood delivers hundreds of hot dogs and bottles of water to homeless people in need, but the people who rely on his generosity may soon be left empty-handed. Wood, who is a pastor at the Lord's House Prayer in Oneonta, Alabama. I'm still making my way east to it. He been feeding.
You gonna get here.
I'm gonna get here, but I'm getting closer to Charlotte though. I'm getting closer to Charlotte.
Take it to New York.
I gotta skip past, right? He had been feeding the homeless for 6 years without a glitch, but last month the city told him that he had to halt his mission because it had passed an ordinance that regulates food trucks. Huffington Post is getting that from Think Progress. Through the ordinance, it pertains specifically to retailers. The city said that it still applies to Wood and that he has to obtain a $500 permit in order to continue helping the homeless. Quote, I'm just totally shocked that the city is turning their back on homeless like this, he told ABC, the local affiliate. It's like they want to chase them out the city and the homeless can't help the position they're in. They need help. He vowed to continue his service like many other advocates who have faced similar bureaucratic measures. Last December, Churches on the Street, a mobile ministry in St. Louis, was ordered to stop serving hot food to homeless until it secured a permit, an expense that would cost a small-scale operation between $150 and $300 annually. And there's other articles annually. There's other pieces of this article that alludes to other areas in the country that have faced similar situations, up to and including Raleigh, North Carolina, which ain't Charlotte, but is about 2 hours, 2.5 hours away.
What the hell?
What the hell? So that's why I want you on this one first. What you got?
Well, that's too bad. But in any event, when you want to pass out food, you need to have a license, whether it is on the street or at your church. Am I right?
As far as I know, not necessarily, because we've done that. You know what I'm saying? The Love Revolution has done that. You know what I mean? The Love Revolution is the organization that the author Charisma Dating Pool Diva has created that we are all a part of. And we've gone out and we fed the homeless. And we didn't get no permits to do it. We just took, donations from people, and then we went out there and we fed the homeless. So
I think it's maybe because he's doing it so often.
So regularly, okay.
That it's like, if you're going to do this, then you need to have a license. It's like panhandling.
Yeah. I mean, bureaucratically, I suppose I understand it, but it's just something that don't feel right about making me pay you so that I can feed them.
Feed the homeless.
It's not even feed the homeless. Like, you making me, well, yeah, I guess it is the homeless. Like, you making me pay you so that I can go feed them.
Money so I can give her something.
It's crazy. We talk about politics very rarely on the show unless it's during an election cycle. And the thing is, you got this little ass packet of laws that you have the government follow. Little packet. It's about 17, 18 pages depending on the packet that you get. It's called the United States Constitution. And you know what I mean? And you have a few laws that you make the government follow. But then you got all this shit that you got to follow.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I got to pay you so that I can feed the misfortunate? What the hell, Tayana? What the hell?
I believe, not knowing the location, but maybe to take a step back, maybe he's feeding the homeless in an area that there's restaurants, or let's just say, for example, Carytown, for example, which I think everybody can identify in Richmond. But maybe his truck is really something that is a distraction for business owners or residents that, you may need a permit. Now, I'm not saying or agreeing that you need to pay a permit to feed a homeless, but I think that not knowing where the area is, where is he being located?
But I'm wondering how bad his truck can really be. He's not stopping any of the local businesses from getting business. These are the homeless. They're not buying.
Yeah, they're not buying, but when we went to Sweet Frog yesterday, they were around and asking for change, and my best friend said, I need change, I need a husband. So
want change? Call Obama.
But they were there.
Right.
I mean, and so I'm not really sure if companies do use them as an advantage, even though they are a distraction or they're not inviting or welcoming. But then if you think about it, this guy's got this truck and he's moving these individuals out the way, then it's causing a distraction in the neighborhood. So, and this looks as an eyesore, even though it's being good, it looks as an eyesore. That's all.
I will say this, I think we all reserve the right to not only have our opinion, but to change our mind. And oftentimes we get boxed in to a statement that we made, and once we change our mind, people go, ooh, but you had said before. So I am going to alter my opinion on this, even from a minute ago when I got real excited, because I'm thinking about this literally as you're speaking, and I'm thinking about a cousin of mine who has a food truck. And when I had an opportunity to fellowship with him a few months ago, and he was kind of explaining to me how he went about getting his food truck and what he has to do and all of that kind of stuff, I'm like, word, okay, that's a business that you running. And, I had to pay for that business license right there to run Legacy Internet Radio. And so when you run a business, there's a license that you need to have. I think the difference in this case is, my guess is he's not charging these people any money. You know what I mean? Like if he's got this truck that he's using, he's probably paying for the truck. He's probably paying for the food. And he's going out there and he's not making these people pay him.
But it's
anything.
a tax write-off. Still.
Potentially.
Okay.
Potentially.
Well,
probably.
If he does or not.
Well, not even potentially, probably.
Okay.
And so now, while I'm not necessarily changing my opinion, I'm a little bit softened now, because now I'm starting to think, well, if he has any kind of benefit at all, maybe he does need to pay for a license. But if he's selling anything, if he sells anything, then he absolutely should pay for a license. Joy thinks this is nuts. And Michelle K says she doesn't think that this is cool, but if you're in a facility, you have to have a food handler's card. So that's what their opinions are. Ain't no hashtag with Marcus J. Live from the den of Legacy Internet Radio. About to take our first break of the night, y'all. And when we come back, SY is absolutely going to embarrass me like she does every single week when we do the stuff that we do in the healthy segment. She's going to make me giggle like a little kid. She's going to make me feel silly. But she does this because
I treat you like a brother.
She's my big sister, and she does this because she loves me. And I'm not sure how I feel about that right now because I know where she going, but she going to give y'all a little tease.
Well, ladies, we love them.
Wow, that's all you're gonna give them. Hey, look, I know what it is, but that's all you're gonna give them.
Shoes and chocolate.
Shoes and chocolate, huh? Trust me, that ain't it. Marcus J, Toyana, SY, y'all on social media. Stay with me, stay with us, stay with us. You know, hashtag with Marcus J, live from the Den, Legacy and that Radio. Back in a minute.